MarkerJS is a JavaScript image annotation library for your web apps. It consists of three core parts. The Annotation Editor, also known as MarkerArea, allows for creation of interactive annotations. The Annotation Viewer, or MarkerView, displays these interactive annotations over static images. And finally, the renderer is used to embed annotations into the static images that can be shared with anyone. In this quick start guide, we will create a very simple TypeScript application that demonstrates the basics of using all three components of MarkerJS. If you don't use TypeScript, don't worry, there is almost none of it in this tutorial. Additionally, there is a pure vanilla JavaScript version of this quick start in the documentation. The link is in the description. For the purposes of this quick start, we will scaffold a simple TypeScript application with vid, and then add the MarkerJS functionality to it. Let's start by creating a vid app. We will call it MGS3 Quick Start TS. Now let's change directory and run npm install. We now have a basic app scaffolded. Let's add MarkerJS to it. Run npm install markerjs/markerjs3. Now we are ready to switch to the code editor. I've added a sample image that we will annotate here to the public directory. Let's now switch to the main TS file and remove everything but the first line. Let's import the sample image. And create an HTML image element based on it. We will need to pass it to MarkerJS as the annotation target. Then let's get a reference to the app div on the page. And that's where we will add everything else. And the last part of the initial setup, let's add two buttons. One for adding an arrow marker, and the other for saving the annotation. Let's run the dev server and see what we got. Amazing, a white page with two buttons. Now we are ready to finally add some MarkerJS code. Let's start by creating an instance of MarkerArea. And don't forget to import it. Then we need to set target image property to target image we created above. And then we just add it to our app div. That's it, you have an annotation editor on your page. It doesn't do anything yet though. Let's wire up our add arrow button, so that when a user clicks it, the creation of the arrow marker is initiated. You just need to call create marker on the marker area and pass it the type of marker you want to create. This could be a string or an actual type. Since we are in TypeScript, let's be type safe and pass a type. And just like that, you've created an arrow annotation app. The next step is to create an annotation viewer using the MarkerView component. Let's create an instance of MarkerView. Remember to import it. Assign the target image the same way you did with the MarkerArea and add it to the app. Just for the sake of aesthetics, let's hide it initially. Now, let's implement the Save button functionality. When user clicks it, we will get the state from the MarkerArea. Make the MarkerView visible and load the annotation into it by passing the state to its show method. Save and let's see it in action. You can see the annotations show up on top of the original image. You can utilize MarkerView events to add interactivity to the viewer. Check out the docs or other demos to see how to do it. And to wrap things up, we will also render the annotations on top of the original image, so we have a simple marked up image that we can share with anyone. We will start by creating an image element to hold our final image. Add it to the page and hide it initially. Now let's modify the Save button action to render the image. Create a new renderer and import it from marker.js. Assign the target image like we did before and call its rasterize method, passing the annotation state. Rasterize is an asynchronous function, so you'll either need to use async await or, as we do here, the promises syntax to set the image source once the rendering is done, and just make the image visible again. That's it, that's our basic app. You have a working annotation editor, an annotation viewer, and an image renderer in under 50 lines of code. To see some more advanced demos and to grab some code snippets, check out the demo page on marker.js.com. The docs provide everything you need to know, from getting started to getting deep into the APIs. Thank you for watching. Now it's your turn to experience the power of marker.js. Happy marking and see you in the next tutorial.